All right, picking up from where we left off. We left off with our tests returning some database errors. Sure, just looking at this code here, that the problem is that we're fetching a connection to our database here, and then we're calling a get, which also attempts to fetch a connection while this connection is still in. So what I want to do is move this fetch up here. We really want to delete things if we actually have something fetched that will return. And so that's probably what we want to do, something like this. Fix this indentation. Yeah, so if we're able to find and fetch one, then delete it, otherwise we'll just return whatever was fetched. Potentially one that wound, or potentially the one that doesn't exist. So let's run our data test and make sure our base code is still functional, or is functional. We'll rerun this main as well. Make sure our REST things is looking. So our tests are failing. So we updated our lists endpoint to turn JSON instead of plain, where our old test no longer was, which makes sense. We never updated it. So let's come in here and we'll run all these tests. See which one is failing. This one here. Yeah, so it's test plain. We want application JSON type. Our content is not going to be hello. What we actually want. So instead of reading a string entity, we actually want a list of to-do list objects. We're going to come back to the tests in a little bit, so I'm just going to put a to-do here that we need to validate this. I'll get rid of this line here, and yeah, we'll come back to this. Let me make sure it runs. We've got our list endpoints. We'll implement our item endpoints next, and then we'll come back and do all the tests at once. I guess do a Maven one more time. Now, really, I think these should be a list package. Let's go ahead and do that. New package. We'll create a list package, and we'll create an item. Actually, let me make this plural. It's lists. And I'll create another for items. And we'll put those list resources in the list package. Same for this one. That's the wrong one. Drag that here. Okay. So we are using Jakarta annotation API in our REST. Not sure which one that is. Let's see if I find out real quick. It's not in our test, so it's up here list. I don't see it in delete necessarily. I don't see it get at all. Yeah, I'm not sure which of these is using the class Jakarta annotation. It doesn't matter that much, we can just add it. Let's see, we have Jakarta inject, what is it, Jakarta annotation, another annotation module here, or dependency. We have Jackson annotations. All right, so let's go ahead and add annotations and no, it's singular annotation. So let me look in this dependency. Jakarta annotation. Jakarta annotation API. What's in here? Version, and then the jar. Okay, so here, okay, we are using it. We're using it in our security features for priority. So that's where we're using it, not in our resources, but in our filters. Yeah, so this priority here that we added last time. That does make sense. So used for JAX RS annotations. Let's copy this on up to our parent column. We already do have Jakarta annotations defined in our parent column, so we're bringing that in somewhere else as well. And now we're bringing it in to our tutorial API REST endpoints. Let's go ahead and close these. Let's go run that Maven. We've got everything in our new lists package. All right, everything's good. All right, so we're adding a bunch of new list resources. We deleted our hello world, our hello resource. We fixed our database problem and updated our log, so all those changes make sense. All right, so we're all good there. Let's go ahead and start creating items. So item live in our lists. So we'll start with get. So get to item. Now in this case, we're going to get it from a particular list ID. Let's change this to a list ID. And then potentially we should have the word items in here. Yeah, let's do that. And we can have an item ID there. We're going to return new items. I'm going to copy this. All right, so now we've got our IDs. So we want to do item service, and we're going to get the one with a specific ID. And then if we don't find it, we'll say list with ID, and then the list ID. Or how about item with ID not found in list. There we go. That makes sense. Kind of a long. Yeah, it's a little bit long, but that's okay. And we're far limit by one. I'll ignore that for now. Okay, so get to do item. This looks good. Like it'll do what we want. Let's go ahead and copy this. So we'll say get all to do items next. We'll chop off this ID. One like that. We'll delete that ID there. This one, we'll say get all. This will actually return a list. So that looks good. Next we'll do, I will do a delete. So we'll delete this ID from the list with that ID. So our do item delete just like I'm only returns a boolean. Let's update this to an optional item. And we will do the same thing as last time. Alright, we've got some regressions in here. Let's get rid of those. And we'll need to go update our database code here. We want to delete from 2. Alright, and down here we want to delete from principal 1. Okay, that looks good. And we're expecting that to exist. Okay, so that looks good enough. Let's go ahead and let's run the test in our database, make sure our database isn't broken. Alright, everything looks good there. And close this data stuff. Alright, and here our okay, so I have to to-do list here. So a few times this is from last time. This shouldn't be post, but date. Let me fix that down here. So put is wrong. So post is correct. Delete was wrong. So I get copy paste in. Alright, so delete Todo item. We can say like the same message as earlier. Alright, that looks good. And next we'll do a post. So if somebody posts to item, we'll make sure the item has a unique ID. Just like we're doing for the lists, and then we'll get the item service, and we also need the path parameter. Will those fit? No. All right. So if we successfully create it, we'll return the to-do item. If we can't, then we'll throw this back rest. Okay, that seems good. I don't have the word list anywhere. It's capitalized, so that will. So we'll do put all right, we'll call this list ID item. Okay, so we want should go back through here and rename all the ID params to list ID just to be consistent. Let me do that real quick. So list ID and item ID. Okay, we want to set we want an item. So this not found will be just like not found. All right, let's check this update to make sure it looks correct. I don't remember. That's the one. So update to-do items, set the task done flag, where the user ID is from the principal, the list is from the list, and the ID is from the to-do item itself, which is here. Okay, that couldn't remember if I implemented it correctly. Looks good. All right, so this looks good, and looks like we now have all of our REST endpoints implemented. Let's run a Maven. And then next time we will generate at least some tests, and then I'll probably generate the rest of the tests offline. All right, everything looks good here. All right, so we've added our new items and endpoints. We've made a couple tweaks to our list endpoints, and we updated our item database stuff. So, well, that looks good. All right. So that's it for now. We'll come back for the next one and implement some of our REST and endpoint integration tests. That's it for this one. Like, share, subscribe, comment, and I'll see you in the next one.